Welcome, Devil Sniper, season number 1, episode number bloody 7. Finally, seems such an age between episode number 6 and episode number 7. A lot of stuff has gone on. Ain't talking about that. It's in the past. We're all in the right place. I'm gravy. Hopefully you guys are gravy. So let's do this the only way we know how. Go and put the kettle on. Make a brewski. Grab yourself some Jaffa cakes. Plant your ass down. And we're going to start with a Jaffa Sport. The Daily Jaffa. Number 1 for sport, number 1 for transfer news, and at the new price of 30 pence. West Ham United deliver result. Locke states it was just a matter of time before the lads clicked. West Ham United manager Mr. Locke has finally settled in at his new club after a 3-1 victory over Stoke. The fans have started to regain hope in this season. When Jones scored that marvellous header up to Park, only minutes after the game started, the fans had their hands on their head. But then legend of West Ham, Mark Noble, scored just after Stoke's painful dagger. When the second half began, the home team looked sharp, but no scoring chances were being executed. This is when Mr. Locke made 3 clever decisions that had a big outcome in this fixture. Vast day for Andy Carroll was one of the most crucial substitutions in the game. This is what Mr. Locke gets paid for, and he couldn't have been more right with his decision. Vast day comes up with the big off the bench, giving the Hammers 2 unanswered goals in the 83rd, 87th minute of the match. Fans have recognised Mr. Locke's potential, but they still need to see more convincing results from their manager to believe that he can take them to more great and successful victories this season. Reporter Zach Wright, I managed to get it in that short time period. I am so bloody chuffed. We are back. 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 All my days we are back. Crawley Town, Capital One Cup, an away game and a very, very much changed side. A hugely changed side because I feel that we need to rest some of the lads. It's a great opportunity for some of the lads who have just come into the club, the likes of Samras, the like of Will Hughes, the likes of Frederick Sorensen, to get a bit of a run out. And the same for Collins, to be honest with you. Collins really hasn't had a run out all season. Basically, at this moment in time, Winston Reid is probably the better centre-back. And, of course, Tompkins is first choice, regardless, because he's just lovely. He's just biblical. He is. He's just absolutely biblical. As you can see, we get off to a bit of a dodgy start there. But Will Hughes picking up the ball, centre of the park, spraying the ball out to the right-hand side. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautifully executed pass. Unfortunately, we don't actually make anything from that move, which was really, really disappointing. But it was just nice to see how simple Will Hughes has settled into the club. You know, how simple he's just come in, he's settled in. I'm talking because they scored and I don't want to talk about it. It's poor defending. It's going to take a little bit of time. Collins and Sorensen aren't going to be a main partnership, so it's going to take a little bit of time for them to adjust to each other's game and see how they settle in. But that was a fantastic goal by Sinclair. I must admit, he did take that very well, and it was a good finish. But look at Will Hughes picking up the ball in the nitty-gritty areas. Fantastic play. Knocks it into Vastay. Vastay over the top. Will we score? Of course we'll score. Left foot, top corner. 36th minute. What a fantastic equaliser. And that was all because of Will Hughes' determination to pick up the ball in the nitty-gritty areas. Again, he set this move off. Fantastic play in the centre of the park, picking up the ball. The ball eventually gets sprayed out to Ravel Morrison. Look at Ravel Morrison with his trickery. Oh, he's such a little diamond. I've got such high expectations this season. He just takes the absolute George Michael out of the Crawley defence, cuts inside, has to shot on the left foot. Unfortunately, it was a fantastic save. But again, Will Hughes picking the ball up, not scared to run at players. Yes, he did lose the ball, and perhaps I could have a little bit of a dig at him, but it's that confidence. He's a young player, and he's got that confidence, and that's what we love and adore. Half-time, Crawley won, West Ham won. Correct result, not by a long shot. West Ham are clearly the most dominant team on the pitch. They got a lucky goal, a bit of poor communication between Sorensen and Collins. I had a word with them at half-time, and I'm sure they're going to sort it out. There was just a bit of miscommunication. Sorensen gave the call, Collins went, left a gap, Sinclair scored, end of story. They know they made an error, and that's what I expect of my players, to realise their mistakes. And there's nothing I can say about that goal. You know, Jones, that was a fantastic header in the 52nd minute. It was a great ball in, great header. What can you say? You know, it was tight marking. He just managed to out-jump the centre-back, or actually it was the full-back, and get the header. It's just one of those things. You have to deal with that in football. But look at Samras, using his power, his strength, and the determination, which I love about this team. The ball was sprayed out to the left-hand side, into Vastay. Vastay tries to cut it back in. It's into Will Hughes. Will Hughes scores a goal for West Ham. That's his first goal for the club. Get in there, my lad. I absolutely cannot wait to see this boy grow. He is going to be sensational. He is going to be absolutely biblical. That's the only word I could have thought of then, was biblical. It was just the only word that came to my head. He's just going to be bloody biblical. It's that simple. Samrash picking up the ball, cuts inside, fires the shot, great block, nearly regains the ball there, but unfortunately doesn't have the ability to turn that quickly. He's a big lad, he's not that agile, but again, look at Vastay getting in there, causing Crawley all sorts of problems, really getting in amongst it, which I love to see the boys doing. They've got that grit, they've got that determination, and that comes with a good manager. That's me blowing my trumpet. Yes, full-time 2-2 against Crawley. Is that a decent result? No, of course it's not. We're going to go into extra time. I'm going to make some changes. We're bringing on Downing. We're bringing on Marky Noble because he's just brilliant. And we're bringing on Diarmi because he's a powerhouse. An absolute powerhouse. And you can see Noble's made a change straight away. A nice little delicate ball into Downing. Downing on his left foot. Goes for the shot. I thought it was a handball. The referee disagreed. The shot's fired in. Saved. Shot fired in. Off the bar. We are throwing the kitchen sink. We are throwing the bloody Jaffa cakes at Crawley, and they are resisting. Absolutely great play by Crawley. I mean, at the end of the day, Crawley Town have nothing to play for. Crawley Town have nothing to lose. They win, they become heroes. We lose, we become nobodies. We become failures. We take a lot of stick in the press. If we win, it's just a victory. If we win 5 or 6-0, it's just a victory. If we struggle to win, and we go to penalties, oh my days, penalties, and we win, it's still nothing. And that's the depressing side of it. Crawley have played so well. They're a great side. They've got great mentality of knocking the ball about. But we're in a penalty shootout. Fingers crossed. Marky Noble steps up, flies it into the top right corner. What a beautiful penalty there. Absolute fantastic professional and probably one of the best penalty takers in the Premier League, if not the best. He's just sensational. Clark comes back for Crawley Town, levels it up. Actually, no, he doesn't level it up. They've missed their first penalty. I forgot that. They missed it with Graham Alexander. Downing, left foot. Oof. I was a little bit nervous with Downing. He didn't look too confident when he was strolling up. He said to me, if it does go to penalties, boss, which I don't think it will, I don't particularly want to take one. And he does, which I thought was fantastic. Jurski Laskalainen in there, getting a huge hand to that ball, pushing onto the bar, making a great save. Vastay, can he? Yes, he bloody can. Playing with such confidence at the moment. He is on top of his game. Essentially, he should keep Andy Carroll out the side. That is how well Vastay is playing in a striker role at this moment in time. But we'll have to see how that works out. Adam step up. Jaskalainen doesn't have to do a thing. He sticks it onto the bar. And yes, we win the game on a penalty shootout. I'm not overly happy that we won on a penalty shootout. But what I am happy about is the fact we created lots of chances. We played really well. Samras missed a few chances, but he played well. We had a greater line share of the possession. Overall, I'll take it. I will take it. It wasn't the greatest game in the world, but we're through to the next round. It was a tricky tie, and we managed it. But man of the match has to be Will Hughes. He had 1 shot, 1 goal. Passes 15, completed 12, assists 0, 14 attempts at dribbling. He made all 14 as well, and he had 4 tackles in the game. Second man of the match for me would be O'Brien, and in third place would have to be Vastay. They were absolutely, all 3 of them were a handful. Will Hughes for me was absolutely standout. Absolutely standout. He was phenomenal. You can see from training how well he's adapted to coming into the club already, and he doesn't lack any confidence. What we're going to do now is have a quick look at the old squad report, because we haven't had a squad report for ages. In fact, we haven't had an episode for bloody ages, so we're going to have a squad report. James Collins looking good. O'Brien, I'm a bit disappointed with Collins. He hasn't really managed to break into the team. You know, Winston Reid is playing so well. Ravel Morrison, I'm expecting huge things from Ravel Morrison this season, next season, in the coming seasons. The same with Will Hughes. Those 2 players are going to be so essential to this club. They really, really are. Samras, I think, is a fantastic player. He's a great professional. He is a bit of a workhorse player, but he'll hold that ball up. He'll get into good positions, and he has got an eye for goals. It's going to take him a little while to settle into the pace and the ferocity of the Premier League, because we all know it's a lot more physical in the BPL. It's a lot faster in the BPL, so he'll take a bit of time to settle in, but once he does, I think he'll be a fantastic acquisition for the club. Worst case scenario, couple of seasons, we can offload him, but that, as normal, will be down to you guys. Stuart Downing, I was a bit sceptical when Big Sam bought him, and I've had to come in and have to, sort of babysit him. He's going to take time. Byram has come in, he's done really well. I'm expecting the young lads who go out on loan eventually, probably Christmas, some of these lads will go out on loan. I expect big things from them, but now we are through to the next round of the Capital One Cup. A lot more of the young lads will get a bit of a run out. It'll give me an opportunity to rest players like Kevin Nolan, because we don't want to be playing Nolan all the time. He's a crackerjack player. As you know, Collinson is out on loan at this moment in time, same with Moncur and Spence. Loads of players out on loan, which is really good. So I'll be looking forward to seeing the updated reports on those guys. and seeing how they develop. But we're going to go into our next game, which is a very tough game, away to Southampton. And as you can see, I put out the big boys, the big boys. This is a very important game for us. These are the games that we should be winning. These are the games that we need to be taking the 3 points from. These are the games that are going to get us into the top 6, top 7, top 8 of the league. Where we're going to finish at the end of the season, I don't know. I'd be interested to know where you feel we can finish this season. But I think anything in the top 10 will be fantastic. I would really like the top 6. Dare I dream of the top 4. I don't know if we've got the depth in the squad for a top 4 finish at this moment in time, but we'll have to wait and see. Look at Kevin Nolan breaking through. Fantastic play. Pulls the ball back. Unfortunately, takes a bit of a deflection. It comes to Matty Jarvis. He squares at the edge of the box for Marky Noble, and Noble fires the shot left-footed just wide of the post, which is really unfortunate. Beautiful ball over the top into Andy Carroll. First touch. Fantastic. Fires it straight at the keeper. And that was the story of the first 20 minutes. Just couldn't seem to find that breakthrough. Diame going with a beautiful shot. And again, another fantastic save from the Southampton goalkeeper. Unbelievable play from Southampton. Diame with the ball in. Back post. Big Kevin Nolan onto his right foot. Goes for the finesse into the top corner. And again, the Southampton keeper comes up with yet another huge save. What a beautiful piece of play. Fantastic first touch. Knocks it out of his feet. Goes for the cheeky near post. Sort of bender into the top corner. I was going to say chip, but it wasn't quite a chip. But then Diame knocks the ball in. Fantastic header onto the bar. Comes to Andy Carroll. And yes, the boys take the lead after 22 minutes. And deservedly, we've totally outplayed Southampton. We haven't allowed them into our half. We haven't given them any half chances, any sight of the ball, any hope, nothing. We've absolutely outplayed them. And to be honest with you, 1-0 is really flattering to them. Marky Noble in the box, pulls the ball back. Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Andy Carroll! Come on, my son. 2-0, 37 minutes gone, and the game is going all our way. In our stride, Byram getting forward, playing a nice ball into Nolan. Nolan with a great ball round the corner into Jarvis. Jarvis goes for the simple. Great save from the keeper. I don't know how Byram done that, but to have that much coolness and collectiveness to head the ball, sort of gently chip head the ball over the keeper, was sensational. The keeper looked like he was going to be favourite to actually get back if he headed it down, but Byram didn't. Such is the boy's ability. Remember, he's a right back, and again, another young player, which is just unbelievably sensational. Half time, 3-0 to the mighty West Ham. Traffic is all one way. Southampton have not been in this game. I have to say, it's really been an embarrassment for Southampton, considering the players they've got. The likes of Osvaldo, Luke Shaw, Ward Prowse, who I hear is quite a decent player I'd like to have a look at. Great ball over the top. Stuart Downing. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. What a finish. Talk about cool, calm and collected with Byram. Cool, calm and collected was Downing. A beautiful ball yet again into Jarvis there. I thought it should have been a penalty because of the way the keeper came out, but the referee disagreed. Byram with a fantastic ball. You can see what he's trying to do. It actually wasn't a fantastic ball. It causes a lot of problems. I think that was just due to our cockiness. We were walking all over Southampton, and that's the one thing you shouldn't do, is have cockiness. You should always be professional. Byram will be getting a bollocking off me. It was a fantastic finish. 4-1, 90th minute. Referee blows the whistle. It is done. It is dusted. Andy Carroll with 2 fantastic goals. Byram with probably goal of the season. That chip header was just sensational. And you can see from the statistics, 14 shots, 11 on target, 55% possession. Southampton with 6 shots, 5 on target, 45% possession. Perhaps 4-1 flattered them. Perhaps it could have been 5 or 6 with ease. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Man of the match for me personally was Andy Carroll. He was sensational. 3 shots, 2 goals, which is fantastic. Passes 8, 5 complete. He needs to work on that. Dribbling wasn't too bad. Byram, 11 passes, 7 complete. He needs to work on that a little bit. 3 very important tackles. Dribbling going forward was sensational. 10 dribbles. He actually completed 8. But third place was Marky Noble. Passes, 13 completed, 13. Such is the fact that he's absolutely fantastic. And I get the email that we've all been hoping for. On behalf of the board, I want to acknowledge all the positive changes and the dedication we have seen you bring to the club. We know you've had a lot of pressure and speculation from the press, and we want to reassure you that we feel there is no one better to carry forward the West Ham legacy. Good luck, Chairman of the Board of Directors. Absolutely fantastic. That's the table. We are in 11th. 2 wins, 2 losses. Not the greatest, but we are in 11th. That's been episode number 7, and I'll catch you later.